Take your time, it's fine.
No, it's just how it be anyway. I'm doing natural, I don't do slow. Excited.
Hello everyone. Oh my goodness. We've officially hit 1,000 subscribers. And so today I thought I'd do a special. I have a special guest here today for a special 1,000 sub video, and I welcome my mother.
Woohoo! Something a bit different. Olive Blade has a VIP.
Yes.
And it's me, her mother.
So I thought I'd bring my mum here and we could unbox the figure together. So you know why I brought you here for this particular figure, don't you? Since its theme.
Yes, one of the main figures go way back to the Dark Ages, when most of you were just specks in the cosmos, preying on future parents to be born and to become anime figure collectors, like my daughter Olive Blade. So as you can see, we have beautiful Miku, which I adore, every figure.
She has such good figures, doesn't she?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
A Vocaloid, I believe, because I remember going back a few years, seeing a few songs. And one I totally adore is the League song.
The League song, that's
yeah, I just
so
love
good.
that.
I'm sure people have seen that video of that real person dancing, and then I think they copied it.
I couldn't
Miku,
believe
but
it. As silly as I was trying to do her dance movements, and I said, no way, this is not physically, humanly possible.
Oh, it's still a goal
alone.
though. It's still a goal, isn't it?
Yeah, but I was proven wrong because I was shown that there are people
She
out
has
there.
the gumboots, mind you.
People out there that can do her movements.
Oh, some of these videos are incredible.
But why I'm here and what I'm connected to in this unboxing is, yes,
Pacman.
Pacman.
Da, da, da.
Can't believe it's still around, still alive. But there it is, with the adorable Miku on it.
Yes, and the cute little, sometimes I call them octopus with the ghosts, aren't they?
Yeah.
I need to clarify that. And I believe this was for their anniversary. Yes, for their 40th anniversary, which was celebrated in 2020 in May, I believe. It was originally released in the 22nd of May 1980, which is your birthday month, I believe.
Yeah, it's funny about that, isn't it?
Now then, getting back to the figure at hand, when I first saw this announced, I thought, oh, this is so awesome, because I do love the little game, which my mum introduced me when we went and saw a vintage video game exhibition in the city, it was so epic. They had the Pacman set up, put on a large projector screen, and even though the queue was horrendous, but it was worth it, and I did last a few rounds before dying, so. But apart from that memory, as soon as I saw it, I remembered a short little story my mum told me when she was a bit younger, before I was born.
Oh, well, I'll try and keep it short. But basically, my introduction to Pacman was back in the mid-1980s. I was partnered with a tech head at the time. We were supposed to do something together on the weekend. And of course, this tech head was called into work. And, you know, when they say they're going to be gone a couple of hours, you've got to quadruple that and add more hours, because once they start doing their thing, their technical thing, it goes on for a long time. But to make up for being away, they said, look, you've got to have a go at this game. And I thought, no, I'm an outdoor person. I just want to go out to the garden. It was a beautiful sunny day, and I had lots of other things to do than just sit in front of a screen and play an idiotic game. So anyway, okay, he'd set it up on a screen and it was sitting there, and I had to vacuum before I went out to the beautiful day ahead of me. I looked at the screen and, okay, you know, curiosity, all that stuff.
You did it?
It did. And I thought, okay, what's so great about this? It looks so basically simple and boring. I started it off. This was 10 in the morning. I was still playing like 4, 5 in the afternoon. When I saw the time had gone, I could not believe it. I was self-disgust, it was. The day had gone, and I did not want to admit that...
You played it so long?
Yeah. That there was a cell inside my body that came to addiction, which was Pacman.
And honestly, it can get so addicting, some of these most simplistic games, but when you get the hang of it, you're like, oh, I was so close to finishing that.
I was just sucked in 100% and I could not believe it. No way. And I was fresh from the pinball parlour, which none of you... Yeah, but you guys would not remember Pinball Parlour.
No, I wish we had more game arcades. I mean, I only went to one recently, which was probably, I can't remember the last time I went to. Well, I haven't really been to any arcades at all, which is a bit sad. Yeah, the pinball one, I'm grateful you introduced me to that because it's so addicting as well.
Yes, and just to see Miku there on Pacman and like,
She's so
you know,
cute and oh.
I always say to my daughter, are you saving? Mum, it's just one more figure. Look, you've got enough of those figures. No.
But this one's different.
This one's different. You'll love her. And I'll say,
no, I don't.
No, I don't want to see any more figures, thanks. And
you know what,
I see the look on the face and I think, okay, just show me. And she shows me. And I look at it and think, oh, that's adorable. And I'm supposed to be saying, no, you save your money. No, yeah, I can see. Yeah, no, you have to get her. So, yeah. I'm terrible.
Terrible. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, so without further ado, let's finally start cracking this box
Baby open.
So I purchased this Miku from one of my favourite websites, Sugo Toys, as you've seen in the past.
Scalpel.
She's unfortunately no longer listed. I didn't think I was able to get her because I saw it and then I didn't see her in any stores, but then she popped up at the beginning of this year and I thought, oh, this is my opportunity to order it. And I think she was a pretty good price if I check. I got it for 197 AUD dollars, which I think is an absolute steal. And I got a discount for ordering her as soon as they put her up on the website. So it definitely gives you extra edge if you do order earlier. Now, take her out of the box. And she's very well packaged, don't you think? A lot of bubble wrap.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just love watching you unbox things, so, yeah.
What do you think of the tape, though? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It came off very nicely.
And they also include the plastic pieces on the corner, which is, yeah,
Oh
I
my
appreciate
gosh,
that.
I love that. Especially when I've ordered books. I wish they'd done that with books.
That would be really good if they did it with books.
To protect the edge.
Goodness.
Yeah.
You did it so quickly. I was kind of like, oh, you can slow down a little bit. My mum's like, no!
Want to unpackage it. It's just like a birthday present.
It is, which you tell me every week I get something. It's
weekly.
Christmas, isn't it? Or
We have
birthday.
Christmas and birthday every week. Yeah, definitely.
The box is actually, it's pretty light actually, and it was quite a thick cardboard, which usually some anime boxes are a bit thinner, so I found that personally a bit interesting. Putting the figure on a turntable, I thought we'd have a close look at the box. As my mum knows, when we're unboxing it, I just absolutely adore the illustration on the side.
All the artwork, yes, we have to look at that first, and I must admit it is really awesome.
From the box view, this view, it actually looks really similar to original illustrations, so it would be cool to inspect that a bit more in detail later. I like that they have quite a lot of views, different angles of what to expect with the figure, and the window is actually reasonably sized too, with not too much plastic hiding the figure, which of course, as most Mikus are boxed, they have a lot of protective wrapping around her hair, naturally. Having a look in the corners and you can see the different manufacturers and also the title, Hatsune Miku and Pacman, and I'm sure at some stage I zoom up to the sticker of authenticity, which is pretty important. I also thought it was just adorable having the ghost see here on the top chasing Pacman.
I know, I just love it. These extra little details, and you don't notice it until someone points it out to you sometimes.
So then now handing back the blade to my mother.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to copy my daughter because I just love how she opens boxes. It's so neat, crisp, sharp, exciting, and I'm failing here very much.
Oh, you tried it. It's not that easy,
It
I
is
will
not
admit.
easy, and
It's not that bad, honestly.
you make it look easy, but that's how we know it's hard. Just want to get the figure out.
And here's my reaction. I didn't realize I got an extra.
know what
This
these
is the
called,
acrylic.
Oh my gosh, and I love it when we get freebies.
Well, you know, I check the box thoroughly always, even if I'm not expecting anything. But this was a big surprise.
It was, and it's beautiful. It really is pretty.
Extra exciting. I think wasn't it? I was like looking at it, and you were just like, okay, let's just get to the figure already. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, it's just freebies. Ah! And there's actually a reasonable space between the figure and the actual sides of the box, which I appreciate because it's like they fit it to not make the box too big, which helps with shipping it. So the cost wise, we needed help popping that open because this is actually really hard, the bubbles there.
I liked it.
And she's covered in a lot of plastic, which is very much appreciated for no paint transfer. Handing it over to my mother to take her out of her plastic prison.
And please, you must understand how nervous I was. If I did anything to this figure or pulled it out too radically, she would have killed me.
No, I wouldn't have. I trust you.
Oh, I know, yes.
I trust
You
you.
have to say that, don't you?
Well, I mean, if anything, you're the person who introduced antiques and collectibles in my life.
I would have copped it later, really.
Oh, and this was a bit tricky. It had like one of those tape things on her chest, which the last time I unboxed that had a figure that had this was, I think it was a Buy Cute's Rem figure, but then beforehand I was thinking of the Urza Scarlet Bunny figure. But they're a bit annoying, but you did pretty well.
You have so many subscribers now, I think it's time to sharpen your knife.
Yeah, a lot of people actually think that my knife doesn't suit my channel. What do you think about that?
I think we could upgrade. Yeah, definitely.
What, to something more pretty or more hardcore?
A better knife I'm talking about.
Well, it's a pretty good artistic knife. Anyway, back to the figure.
Here she is, being very gentle here. Can't wait. Okay, so here is the figure, and I didn't know what pieces were attached to what and if they were loose, and oh my gosh, so excited. It's all together. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it is just beautiful. Look, her hair. That's one of-
Satisfying plastic pill.
very, very, very much.
Aren't you just glad that you didn't have to put anything together? I think that was your biggest fear.
I was so concerned that there were pieces, loose pieces I'd have to attach, but there she is.
Oh my goodness.
And apart from awesome Pacman, I mean, my gosh, first thing you look at her, it's her hair. I love her hair.
It's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm glad it's one piece too. And oh, the little ghosts.
I know. It's like Miku, who we see everywhere. She has spiraled out of the universe, landed back in time into Pacman,
Riding Back to the Future, eh?
back to the past. And oh, it is sensational. Really is. I love it so much. And the detail, like her armband with a little ghost, her bag. Yeah.
And I love how they've also included the original controllers too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I'm not sure when the Rubik's Cube came out, but that adds a nice touch regardless. I don't know if it's the right time period. Maybe.
I can't remember. I don't think so. But anyway, it's there. It must be.
And it's
so.
colour coordinated too. It's got the nice pinks on it. And
Yeah.
her shoes are quite nicely detailed as well. And I didn't notice, but the little balls here, like the Pac-Man food. Like, I don't know what to call it, Pac-Man pellets.
I have no idea.
And this smoke is nicely detailed too. Now, I thought I'd pull out the acrylic now, and I actually thought it was really scratched. Usually acrylics have a thin plastic layer that protects them, and I couldn't find it. And I got you to put it together, but actually afterwards I was able to pull it off. It was really tightly on there, and it was just crisp and perfect.
I know, so much so I just thought it was scratched, but I thought, well, it's a freebie. Who cares? It's still beautiful.
And I was like, but.
Oh, no. It is just divine.
And... Having a closer look at the base, and even though I absolutely love the base, like in the original illustration, which is how I'm kind of showing here, it kind of looks like it has like a galaxy planet sort of look on it, a bit more textured, which I do like at the original illustration, but I still think they did a pretty good job on this despite the less detail. Also showing the base there to show what text you should expect when looking for any authenticity tips. Something I really do love about this Miku is how they've put like a gradient from her hair. It's very pearlescent and this kind of teal pearlescent blue. And they've actually used a clear plastic to cast so that the gradient goes off smoothly, because usually they use like a clear plastic, and I love that kind of see-through blue at the end of the tips. It really helps drive that, I don't know, gorgeous color feeling of the original soft illustration. Another fine detail I noticed is the creases in her clothing. I even know there's kind of a Pac-Man kind of slit around, as you can see the pieces have joined. Kind of gives that kind of toy vibe, so I don't mind as much. Otherwise, all the pieces are fit together pretty cleanly. I like her two little hair pieces at the back. You actually pointed that out.
I know. It's so beautiful, and I just love, well, I love textiles, I love fabric costumes, and I just love the folds in her top, her clothes. So much has gone into the thought. And
also, what about the cute little cherries in her bows?
yeah, well, we have to have those.
The kind of, I was talking to you about it and it reminded me of like Sakura Miku's, because like myself, my mum adores my Sakura Miku collection.
Absolutely. Oh, I just die for it. It's just beautiful. Cherries, just bring it on.
Pastel pink.
Blossoms, you name it. But she's just absolutely beautiful. Technically, I don't go into it as much. I just see a piece and I love it and look at everything. Formation, I guess, the flow, and
it has a really good kind of active style, like a in-action style.
It does. And the design, what they've done with her, has really brought out Pacman, what we're looking at. The ghost.
They've done a really nice collaboration working this together, because I wasn't originally sure, even though when I first saw it, I saw the grayscale prototype. But what do you think of her expression in comparison to her original artwork? I think they've done really well, considering it looks like a tricky face to recreate.
It does, but she's got this childlike, gleeful expression. Her eyes just like, you know,
she's flying, going wee.
Yes, absolutely, and it is beautiful and joyful, and I don't know how they put the two together to work so well, but it does. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous, and the smoke on the base. Oh, it's just so cool. Anyway, let's cut to a showcase to look at this in more detail, and we'll be back with you afterwards. Figure scale comparison. So I thought I had to bring another Miku in. So Project Diva Hatsune Miku by Sega. Ghost version. Pop-Up Parade Shiro from No Game No Life Crown version by Good Smile Company.
Book of Circus, and of course Sebastian, 1/8 scale, Aniplex Kotobukiya. And lastly, Hatsune Miku, Noodle Stopper figure, Sakura 2022 by Furyu. I hate you for making me say that, but I love you.
I'm glad. She didn't want to do that, but let's give her a round of applause. Woo! Oh, and here I actually caught some footage. I put the box on the table. My cat, look at him.
Our prized, I can't say possession, he's a big part of the family. In fact, he runs the family. Oh, are you over this? Have you done yet when I go get my dinner?
You're so tired in this today.
Love you, but this is boring for me.
Well, at least we both get a present. The cat gets the box, I get the figure. I'm happy. You get a happy family. Happy cat, happy daughter.
Yeah. Kids are happy, mum's happy. We all know that one.
Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much for joining me and my mother for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as we did.
Thank you, my daughter, for having me here and trusting me to speak on your program.
I guess unbox my figure, even though you're so gentle with everything. So,
Live and learn, but it's been fun. And
would you come on again sometime, perhaps?
or if something in the past comes forward to the future, yeah.
Well, let me know if you like my mum to come on again. Maybe we could do a Q&A session or open up another figure. Any questions you have for my mum, leave in the comments below and we might get back to them in a future video. Until next time, look after yourself, treat yourself, and I'll see you same time, same day next week.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Isn't that what he does on the animation? Push, push. Perhaps we can talk about some of your bustier collections next time.
You always seem to be pointing at the sizes. I'm so nervous showing you.
Well, when you look at the figures, it seems to be, pretty much,
Fullness.
well, all the figures are pretty much, well developed up that area. Yeah, just seems to be a common denominator around here, and perhaps we can point that out next time.
All right. We can go through some riskier figures next time, perhaps. Thanks, Mum.